Welcome to Our Energy Matters with Anthony Manna and Dena Marie. Aloha.
Hello, aloha. Here we are. Session 71, episode 71. And to people who have not been following the episodes, this is what we do. We gather each week to do a Zoom meeting based on my exploration of Dena Marie's book with those delicious crystals on the cover, which you'll hear the title about in just a little. You'll hear the title for in just a little bit, Dena Marie. And what I usually do is, as I work through the book, and what's amazing is that this is 71 times in a sense that I've done this, and yet I keep discovering over and over again possibilities, for my own life, as well as wanting to broadcast it. So that what I do is I come up with a piece of writing, and each time, so we've been saving all these writings, and maybe someday they'll become, I don't know, an archive. So today I say, Godag Got Liv, which is good day, good life to our Norwegian viewers out there. And the title today is, Go Ahead, Balance Your Chakras for a Healthy Life. And that's your book up and down the wall, is the idea of a healthy life. What makes for a healthy life? And I say, in my writing today, I say, as this year, 2022, comes to its final moments, my heartfelt intention is to honor every current of energy and each marvel of wisdom that enlightened me, sustained me spiritually and mindfully as I journey through the year into the gloried passageways of Our Energy Matters, the art of crystal reading, how to manifest your heartfelt intentions. And that is Dena Marie's, I sometimes say Lady Grace. So Lady Grace's fervent, respectful, aligned wonder of a book. For me, her books enlightened prescriptions, its thwack force guidance invites me to stand on a sturdy threshold and wonder, do I want to live a joyful life, a life of soul searching and self-love? We talked about that today in our phone conversation. A spirit wonder honesty. Do I want to live that life? A life sanctioned by healthy intersupportive, interbeing relationships, ordered and sustained by loving kindness. Come, enter her book to discover her sacred plan to set the mind free of blockages and welcome the angelic posture of natural awareness offered as a Eucharist of chakra energies. And we're going to spend some time today. If you're unfamiliar with chakras out there, you'll hear about it. Enlightened by the prisms of earthy to heavenly, vibrant, powered crystals. And I want to do this each time. The word chakra, she pondered in Our Energy Matters, means wheel in Sanskrit, an ancient East Indian language. There are 7 of these major energy centers in the human body and hundreds of minor ones, and they receive, assimilate, and distribute energy throughout our energetic fields, our auras. And now, with Dena Marie, Lady Grace, a quintessential celestial alchemist, I am pausing at each chakra on the illuminated path that leads the way from, and this I love, and this is like, when I read the next part of this, it always reminds me of the beginning of a poem, from earth root chakra to water, the sacral chakra, to fire, the solar plexus chakra, to air, the heart chakra, to sound, the throat chakra. I have a lot of problems with that one. And then to light, the brow chakra, and then at last to thought, the crown chakra, which is illumination, is it not? I think so. In a previous episode of Our Energy Matters, we explored the ecstatically endowed crown chakra, aka to know or thought. In our Energy Matters, Dena Marie, our celestial arts mentor, wrote, quote, "The crown chakra connects us to the ethereal. This is where we integrate our individual soul with the life force of the universe." My God, that is, how dare you say something like that?
It makes me want to get back out there and start writing and doing my healing work right now.
I
That
know. I
inspired
mean,
me.
yeah, but I mean, it's so profound, you know. And I started thinking about that when I was writing this yesterday, and I thought to myself, to integrate our individual soul with the life force of the universe. I mean, what could be more powerful than to have that knowledge of we have that possibility within us, is what the chakras are all about. And I think it's universally ecstatic. Today we bring to earthly luminescence the brow chakra. To begin, I ask, on your chakra cheat sheet, Dena Marie, why do you associate the brow chakra with these energetic signs: to see and light?
To see? Because we use our eyes, right, to see, but this is the eye we're supposed to be working with. And that's that. This is your brow chakra. This is your crown chakra. So when this one's open, it's kind of like a funnel, spirit's coming through, and you get those little aha intuitive hunches. You might see a picture of someone you haven't seen for a while, and then they call you. It's the universe making a phone call through this chakra, and our intuition, connects to our throat chakra. So we have that inner voice. We can overthink, overanalyze, or worry, or we can still our mind. And like I told you, when I get my head on straight, that's what I call it. When I get it on straight, then this works very well. And I'm always in the right place at the right time because I'm listening to that universal life force energy. And that's how I am sitting here with you, because I listen.
And so when I say please open the way to our understanding of the brow chakra, and how this part I'm particularly interested in, we might grasp and take pleasure in crown glory.
Take pleasure. Have you ever been so lost and confused that you're so indecisive you can't go to the grocery store because you don't even know what you want to eat? I call it driving while blind. So when this is closed or blocked, you're not only frustrated, but you're paralyzed. You don't get any of the insight that makes your life flow or makes your life magical. So you have to silence yourself. And this brow chakra is being obliterated. It's being horribly closed down because of what we're seeing on television, what we expose ourselves to through our eyes, just the ugliness of the world. So when we lift our spirits, we look up and we paint pictures in our mind's eye, like guided imagery, where I have people see themselves healthy, or I say, count your blessing, what's working in your life, your glass is full. So when you change over to what is beautiful, this starts to open. And then you'll get an intuitive aha moment. Your voice will be working again. And then, like, some people maybe lose a family member to death, of course. They cross over, they're grieving, so their chakras are blocked. And if I say, remember them when they're healthy, put a picture on your bedside next to them of your bed of when they were healthy, then those people usually come through in a dream and tap them on the shoulder and give them a hug. And that's the chakra too that we're talking about, is the one that is right here in the middle of your forehead, and it's being blocked every day because we are watching horrible, horrible things on the television.
Yeah, and that has to, I mean, and I think also, you're frozen right now.
I know.
Okay.
Someone's calling me, so I'm going to go backwards.
Okay.
I don't know how to make people not, I should say send a voicemail. Okay, they're gone.
Yeah, okay. They're
so
gone.
That's why I didn't know what
they
to
were
do.
Angels. You were talking about that. You were talking about somebody coming and tapping you on your shoulder in a dream, and that's exactly what just happened.
It's a very good friend. He's checking on me. It's a good friend checking on me.
Oh, well, that's a goodness. Of course.
Try to just go back, and then we'll stop here and then start a little bit back, or should I?
No, I think we can just carry on. I think it's
okay. Cool.
Because I mean, the voice was coming through, and okay. I think that, and sometimes that happens. I mean, even when I'm watching TV and I listen to and they freeze up. And I think, thank God they're
Well, you know what? It's my good friend who's checking on me. So that's like,
well, that's always good. So what I wanted to do next was to move to the prescriptions for the chakras, which I call remedies, especially remedies for a blocked chakra, or as you say, you know, I picked that up before as balanced or unbalanced. And I really like that attitude. It opens it up in a way for me that makes it very doable. So let's move to the prescriptions for the chakras. In your book on pages 52 to 53, it's very powerful, where practice can lead any of us to, quote, find something simple to jumpstart the energy center, end quote. At the sixth chakra, the brow, you prescribe, listen to your intuition. Wonderful. I mean, really, when you think about it, because I kind of block that from, I think, you know, because I don't trust myself, you know. So how do you set the brow side by side with intuition?
Well, I have to say too, when we first started, you weren't listening to your intuition, and that's why you weren't looking up. And as you started having more trust for yourself and that voice, we were talking about how strange I am. People don't really know what I am doing all the time, but God's always leading the way, and magical things happen. So my intuition is who I am, and Spirit always wants you to shine. Spirit always wants you to feel good or have a good time. I don't know if that's how it's a good time, but if you have an open brow chakra, you are going to see the magic in life. If your brow chakra is closed, you're going to look down, shake your head, and the world is woe is me. Mm. I work with someone like that, and we see him come in, and we're just like, everyone run.
Yeah. So that, yeah, right. And so intuition would be moving in the direction of openness. And
if you have an intuition and you act on it, it's a muscle, it gets stronger. But most of the time, the intuition is going to tell you to do something different. You're not going to be following the crowd. You're not going to go buy 200 pounds of polished stones and sit in them and do chakra readings with people. And that's what my voice told me to do. And it was the most beautiful time of my life at farmers markets and fairs. And I have story after story of people I met with those polished stones and me doing a chakra reading with all ages, kids too. I even made a chakra man with rock magnets. And then we would move the magnets around and the kids would get their chakras read.
Wow.
It was so much fun, but that was my intuition. And when my intuition, that's when you're inventive and creative, because you're going to come up with something that's totally your own. And I say, I teach Reiki, I teach this, but you make it your own dance. And that's your intuition saying, I'm going to bring in tuning forks or bowls. And they come up with their own healing modality.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do, is to be ourselves, true. And I think society likes this to be closed because we're easy to manipulate us and control us, can't think for ourselves, and then we're taken advantage of.
Wow. Yeah, we talked about this in our phone conversation about how sometimes religion, organized, very deeply organized, autocratic religion can do that, can force you away from yourself to obey the rules and regulations. And
that's the word.
I don't want to do that by putting down any religion, because I think that's unfair. But at the same time, I want to also remind myself that I don't need to be in that mode, but I can still be a spiritual being.
Well, it could be a group, it could be a business, it could be your family, where with the one person's in control and everyone else is do what's told situation. So yeah, when you speak up and you think for yourself, they're not patting you on the back saying good job.
Exactly.
That's how you know you're doing the right thing, is because you might have to rock some boats.
And I think that a lot of it comes from that I'm constantly in my study of Zen Buddhism, it's this one slogan, which is to live in the openness of mind. And then I always add to live in the openness of heart. But then again, our heartfelt intentions, which is one aspect of your title in your book, and I see that all the way through your book, that what is that intention? And then the only way that became doable or real to me was when you said that, wouldn't it be nice if you, every day, if you said, this is my intention for today, you know? And I like that, because I can take something that I'm worried about, like time right now. I'm taking care of helping someone that's taking a lot of time away from my writing. And I just have to accept that that's where I am right now, and that I will eventually move away from that. But I want to help, that I've chosen to help, you know, and now, so I have to deal with the fact that I need to push my writing a little bit aside, you know, or just not have as much time.
Or you could set the intention. So the worrying's going to close your brow chakra, that things go smoothly with the other things you're doing, and that you create special time for you to be alone to do your writing.
Yes.
And instead of focusing, because we do it, we all do it. We always focus on, like I told you, I have plans to see my grandkids, but I can't focus on exactly what I think is going to happen, because we know things change. And if I just ask to spend quality time with my grandkids, somehow the universe is going to get me to a place where it's even better than I thought. And but if I have expectations of what I think that day should be, when I'm going to be there, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to stay in that area of more creativity and let the universe drive. But we want to have quality time writing or doing the things we love to do. We want things to go smoothly in our life. You know, peace of mind's another thing.
Peace of mind. And so the brow, I love working through the chakras with you like this, because, you know, and I should also point out to people that there's a cheat sheet. I talked about this in my writing there, and it's very doable. It's just very accessible, and I just love going there and finding out, you know, like when I go to the brow, which is today, it says brow chakra, purple or indigo. So you have a color, and you say place crystals on corresponding colors, you know, and then you say the healthy brow is intuitive. We talked about that a lot. Imaginative, visual, and insightful, you know, and then under that, the crystals, amethyst and lapis, you know, and so that's so, to you, that's so ingrained in your consciousness, you know, that to a lot of people, and to me, when I first started realizing this with you, when you interviewed me about my book for children, Loukas and the Game of Chance, and you talked about some of this in the interview, and I thought, who is this lady? And here we are, 71 times later. So anyway, I hope that as we move on, because it's time for us to think about New Year's, that we can continue in future episodes of our Energy Matters to explore balanced chakras. There it is, because that really caught me, balanced and unbalanced, and your prescriptions, remedies for healing unbalanced ones, whereby you teach your seekers how to be present and faithful for breaking down the walls of their inner prison.
And we get to move on to the next one, which is your throat chakra.
Here we go. Uh-oh.
Your favorite chakra.
My favorite, because it comes to that a lot, you know, well, you know, we'll talk about that the next time. I have to think about that all week now. So if you want, folks, if you want to move closer to Dena Marie's wisdom, then listen to her weekly radio show, Lift Your Spirits, on 1150 AM KKNW. Her website is dena-marie.com. And if you go there, you'll find out about her radio show. And you'll also find out about, I mean, if you go to, it's like you go to a Mecca in a sense, and you find healing powers, you know, and you see some of the work that Dena Marie does to bring people to their senses and to their hearts and to their souls. Wherever.
I like that. Bring them to their senses. I like that.
I like that. Okay, so, and then also, if you go to her Facebook page, you'll see startling. She lives on an island, and she loves the island, as that comes out all the time. So she likes to photograph the beauty of that nature. And so it's very prayerful. My website for an interview with Dena Marie is anthonymannabooks.com. And if you go to the media section where the Podbean podcasts are, you'll see an interview with Dena Marie, and you'll see an interview with illustrators and writers, particularly and poets of children's, teens, and tweens. And that's what my website is all about. My background is in the literary arts, and I try to present to teens, tweens, and new adults and children ways to become good readers and writers, and support the families in doing that. So, oh well, here we go. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Anthony Manna. Thank you for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend, and I look forward to seeing you in 2023.
That's right. Next time I see you,
It'll be.
I'll celebrate with one of those horns or something.
Sure, why not? Okay. All right. All right. Take care. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.